Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back. Welcome. 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 Well, today's topic is going over this trans woman, Samantha Lux's video on Dave Chappelle's Netflix comedy special. But believe me, you don't need to know any context about Dave Chappelle or even have seen his comedy special or even have heard about it whatsoever. Like, sure, it'll help. Like, some of you guys may have seen it or may have heard about it because it's been in the news pretty extensively. But you don't need to know about the details about it because mainly what we're going to be talking about is just the contradictions and retardation that this trans woman displays. I'm gonna mess that up like 8 times this video, so just get prepared. But yeah, we're just gonna be having a jolly time pointing out the contradictions and autism in this video. So let's get started.
The last disclaimer before we get started is I think there is a conversation that can be had about comedy as a form of quote-unquote moral immunity, or whatever you want to call it. Basically the idea that you can be as offensive or damaging and problematic as you want as long as you call it comedy. It was just a joke. Personally, as somebody who has studied media and the effects that it unavoidably has on all of us.
Why do people talk like this? This is honestly the gayest form of speech known to man. As someone who has studied the width and depth of pussy holes, I here deem you a slut. Shut the fuck up. Just give your opinion. And if your ideas resonate with some people in the crowd, some people in your audience, good enough where they deem you knowledgeable and a worthy source to listen to, then hey, all good for you, but you don't have to fucking state your credentials every time you give an opinion on something. That's so fucking gay.
Personally, as somebody who has studied media,
you're a homo.
If you also are not familiar with Dave Chappelle, he is a straight man, not gay, not trans, none of the above, which I will say I do think it would make a difference if he was gay or trans, you know what I mean? I feel like gay people can make jokes about gay people, trans people can make jokes about trans people. If somebody is trans themselves, I feel like it's completely up to them to decide how they want to talk about their struggles or, you know, make art out of their experiences. The same thing goes for race or gender. I think if a black person wants to make jokes about their struggles with, you know, being a black person, I think that's fine. I think if a woman wants to make a joke about being a woman, that's fine. However, I don't think the opposite is true. I don't think it would be okay for a white person to joke about a black person's experience. I don't think it would be okay for a man to joke about a woman's experience. And I also don't think it would be okay for a cisgender person to joke about a trans person's experience.
People who say this don't even know what they're agreeing to. They don't even understand the words that are coming out of their mouth. They're just signing a contract without even reading a fucking letter about what the contract entails. You're saying that you want a society where people can only make jokes. They can only make jokes about their own life experiences and no one else's. You're telling me you want to live in that miserable fucking world. Constantly having to walk on these eggshells, worrying about not offending people with literal jokes just because they have different life experiences than you. That's literally the brain dead shit that she's saying right now. You realize that you, by saying this, have chastised yourself into this world of being so goddamn scared to just make a joke about someone else who may or may not have had 1% less of a satisfactory life than you. And what the fuck do you even mean by life experience too? Growing up with 2 parents in the household, being born more attractive than the other person, having your dad fucking coach the local basketball team that you're on? Are we just going to keep tally of every little fucking privilege that we have in life to just make sure that we don't offend someone else by, like, every time you gotta fucking meet someone, you just gotta have this fucking business card of your privileges and hand it out to each person to make sure that if you have a better life than them, then yeah, you can't make jokes about someone who has a worse life experience than you or has less privilege than you. But those motherfuckers who have had 0.2 less % of privilege in their life, no, they can then make fun of you because it's punching up. It's punching up, but it's not punching down. That gay little fucking facade that everyone talks about in the whole comedy scene. Gayest shit of mankind. That whole punching down and punching up thing. What's the big example that they always use for that whole punching up and punching down thing? It's celebrities. It's like big celebrities with big influence. Me. Yeah, not fucking me, but no, like celebrities such as like Britney Spears, good example. I'm pretty sure Britney Spears, that's the crazy bitch who like shaved her hair and all that bullshit. What happened when she became the butt of all jokes of comedians around the world and she constantly had these mental breakdowns? What was that like bullshit meme, like old ass meme, leave Britney alone or some bullshit like that? She was getting shit on. She was getting shit on because she posted cringe on the internet. The age-old fucking quote. Post-cringe, you get shit on. But because all of this, it was heavily affecting her. It was heavily affecting her mentally because she was getting shit on. And she was literally going crazy because of how much she got shit on, even though she's a celebrity. Wait, so you're telling me that you could have all this money, you could have this fucking amazing-ass life, right? You could be this big-time celebrity, but you could still get shit on? You could still get your mental health, and believe me, I'm not the fucking guy to make the mental health argument, but stick with me. Basically, what I'm demonstrating is that this whole punching up thing doesn't fucking matter, because even celebrities get shit on by these same jokes, even though they have a lot of cash, which means nothing when it comes to mental health. I hate fucking using that argument, but you guys get what I mean. I had to use it. I had to use it for the sake of the greater good to make my argument, alright? But back to the core of what I was saying, let's stop giving a shit about these little privileges and worrying about who has a privilege and who doesn't have a privilege, and just fucking grow thicker skin and stop being a pussy and stop giving a shit about this irrelevant goddamn thing. Life's not fair. Eat cock.
However, I don't think the opposite is true. I don't think it would be okay for a white person to joke about a black person's experience. I don't think it would be okay for a man to joke about a woman's experience. And I also don't think it would be okay for a cisgender person to joke about a trans person's experience.
Wait. Listen to how she phrased this as well. She said she doesn't think white people can joke about black people's experience, men can't joke about women's experience, and a cisgender person isn't supposed to joke about a trans person experience. All beliefs that completely align with her political ideology. Of course, a fucking course. She didn't say a woman. A woman can't joke about a man's experience. A black person can't joke about my experience. Because, you know, I do consider myself a fucking KK, no, a white person, not, what the fuck, why did I say that? But you could see exactly what she did there. She named all of these comparisons on who can say jokes and who can't say jokes over things that completely align with her own politics. Because I'll tell you, the minute I play along for a second with this retarded line of thinking and say, oh, okay, so a woman can't make a joke about a man's experience, right? They would fold like a fucking piece of paper. No, they don't want to give up that right. Of course fucking not. And that's why she didn't say that a woman can't joke about a man, a black person, a white dude, a trans can't joke about a cis. No, it's of course everything fucking politically correct and nice for the fucking her politics. Fuck you.
I will say that he also does poke fun at anti-vaxxers and clarifies that he himself is vaccinated, so like, that's good, I guess, right? We'll give him that. We love making fun of anti-vaxxers.
Oh, okay, I think I get it now. We kind of already guessed this. The true colors are coming out. The mask is slipping, and the true face is coming off with this fucking woman. So you can't make fun of people that your political ideology aligns with. But you can make fun of people that your politics don't align with. Okay, retard.
We love making fun of anti-vaxxers.
You're so fucking dumb it hurts. And believe me, I feel like I have to clarify this every 5 seconds because I'm purposely going along with her line of thinking to poke the holes in it and to prove how retarded it is. But obviously, I don't give a shit if you make fun of non-vaxxers or fucking black people or white people. I obviously, do anything you want. Call me a cracker, I'll call you in.
Shortly after, a bunch of his shows were canceled because what music festival is going to want a performer that bashes a large portion of their customer base? I don't know, when do you? Every time I do something like that, I feel like Dora. Like, what do you think? Is the baby a dumb bitch?
Whoa, hold it right there, buddy. Are you currently making fun and insulting a black man's experience? You're not black. Last time I checked, you don't have the melanin. You don't have the black skin tone on your body. You can't be making fun of DaBaby. I can't believe I just said fucking DaBaby unironically. You don't know what DaBaby's been through in his life. You don't know his life experiences. You don't know his privileges. Maybe he didn't have enough money to afford schooling as a kid, which prompted him to be a dumb bitch. So you just called him a dumb bitch because he couldn't afford schooling as a kid? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Let's go. The aims of the majority of the LGBT community is not to cancel everybody that doesn't agree with us or to get everybody that doesn't agree with us fired and ruin everybody's lives. I mean, I'm sure there are some people out there that would like that. Rightfully so. I'm just kidding, that was a joke.
Wait, I'm so confused. Do you think that saying "I'm just kidding, that was a joke" absolves you of the damage that your joke has just caused? I thought using this kind of comedy is just an excuse to get moral immunity to be as offensive and damaging as you want, as long as you just mask it as comedy.
I think there is a conversation that can be had about comedy as a form of quote-unquote moral immunity, or whatever you want to call it. Basically the idea that you can be as offensive or damaging and problematic as you want, as long as you call it comedy. It was just a joke. I mean, I'm sure there are some people out there that would like that. Rightfully so. I'm just kidding, that was a joke. It was just a joke. I'm just kidding, that was a joke. It was just a joke. I'm just kidding, that was a joke.
Big black.
Do you finally see how fucking stupid the world that you claim to want actually is? This is why I said in the beginning that when you say these words, you don't even know what you're agreeing to. You didn't even read the contract and you signed when you fucking spoke this bullshit. Like, just be fucking honest. No one wants to live in this miserable ass world where we can't joke about one another, having to worry about if their life was worse than ours and if I had more privilege than that motherfucker, that homeless motherfucker on the side of the street. Joking about others and ourselves is an essential part of humanity. Why are you trying to take this away? This brings people together to be able to joke about our other life experiences. Why does everything have to be like so goddamn malicious and like it's damaging? It's damaging our community. Shut the fuck up. I mean, you just made a joke that members of the LGBT community were justified in ruining the lives of people who disagree with them. They were justified in doing that.
I mean, I'm sure there are some people out there that would like that. Rightfully so. I'm just kidding, that was a joke.
Which, of course, again, I don't give a fuck about. I don't care if she makes this joke, but using her line of thinking on the magnitude of jokes here, Dave Chappelle making a joke about some trans woman having a saggy pair of balls is much lower on the scale of her making a joke about potentially people being justified in ruining people's lives and taking their jobs. In conclusion, you're dumb as fuck. And if I was a trans person and these were the people who had big audiences, big platforms that were representing my community, I would be sincerely depressed. I would be a very, very sad man or woman or man. You guys get what I fucking mean.